All right, hello boys and girls. Today we are learning about a very, very important person. We are learning about Mae Jemison. Now, she was the first African American woman that went to space in a rocket ship. So I really wanted you guys to learn a little bit more about her. So we're going to show this quick video where we can watch it together. So if everyone can go ahead and watch the shared screen I'm showing you here.
Dr. Mae C. Jemison always believed in following her dreams. In fact, one of the great challenges in this world is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right. Followed her dreams right into space. Space shuttle. Born October 17, 1956 in Decatur, Alabama, but calling Chicago, Illinois her home, she always wanted to be a scientist. She believed it was her destiny to one day blast off into outer space. The young Mae also had a strong talent for dance, studying it from age 9. At age 16, she attended Stanford University on a scholarship, studying chemical engineering and African and Afro-American studies. While in her senior year of college, she was deciding between 2 careers, either a doctor or a professional dancer. She decided to continue on in the medical field. She applied to and was accepted by Cornell University Medical School. Dr. Jemison worked as a general practitioner in Los Angeles, California, before joining the Peace Corps in West Africa. She has also practiced medicine in a Cambodian refugee camp. In June 1987, Dr. Jemison was selected for NASA's astronaut program. Her love of dance followed her into space. She took a poster of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Company along with her on the flight. With a successful launch of the Space Shuttle Endeavour on September 12, 1992, Dr. Mae C. Jemison became the first Black female to travel into orbit. The first thing she saw from space was her hometown of Chicago. Her young dream had come true, and she even danced in space. In March 1993, Dr. Jemison left NASA. She then founded the Jemison Group, which focuses on improving healthcare in Africa. Dr. Jemison has also had a television career. She's the only real astronaut to ever appear on a Star Trek series. She was the host and technical consultant for the series Worlds of Wonder. Dr. Jemison didn't let a lack of role models discourage her. She had big dreams and made them happen. She has been a doctor, a dancer, an astronaut, and a chemical engineer. But most of all, she has been an inspiration.
That is a good word to say. Wow, she did a lot, boys and girls. Not only did she become the first African American Black woman to go to space, boys and girls, but she was also a doctor. She was also a professional dancer and a chemical engineer. So she was a very, very bright woman and did not let one thing stop her. Now, today we're going to read a very special book about her because I want you guys to know that there was a beautiful book written about her, and I really want to share that with you guys as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that book up so that we can read it together. And you guys will absolutely love it because it's called Mae Among the Stars. And it's all about her, Mae Jemison. Okay, so we're going to read this beautiful story about Mae Jemison. And let me share the screen with you guys so you guys can read it with me. Hold on one second. Oh, there are you guys. Hold on. There we go. Okay. But before we do, I want to go over the vocabulary that we will learn in this book. So we always go over new vocabulary. Today we have 5 new words that we will be learning for our vocabulary. Okay. So everyone should have their vocabulary. If they don't have it, then just follow along with my vocabulary here. And you'll also need a page for vocabulary today, which would be, let me make sure I pull that up. I'll print that out so you guys can see what it looks like. All right. So here we go. So the first word that I want you guys to look at is assignment. 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 A job or task that is given to someone. A job or task that is given to someone. When you think of the word assignment, what do you think of? Good. Your classwork. Good. What else? Good. Homework. It's an assignment, right? So when we think of an assignment, we think of things that we need to do for work, like our classwork or our homework. Good. All right. So I want you to pretend you're writing something with your hand. Good. You're doing your assignment. So when I say assignment, I want you to pretend you're writing with your hand. All right. The next word is astronaut. Ready? It's a big word. Astronaut. Good. 3 syllables. Good. It's a person who travels into outer space. Pretend to put a space helmet on your head. Ready? Good. Pretend you're putting a space helmet on your head. Good. Astronauts is a person who travels into outer space. Okay? Now, the next word we're going to learn in this book is also called crystal ball, right? Crystal ball. Okay, we hear 3 sounds. It's a clear glass ball. So pretend to carefully hold a glass ball in your hands, a ball. Okay, make sure you make a shape of a ball. It's kind of like a sphere, right? Good. Now it's a glass ball, crystal ball. Okay, let's find out why is that in our book. Crystal ball. What is it? It's just a ball made out of glass. So it's completely clear inside. Okay, profession. Profession. What is a profession? Let's sound it out. Profession. Good. I hear 3 sounds. It's a type of job that requires special training. Okay, so act like what you would want to be when you grow up. So I wanted to be a teacher, so I'm doing this. I'm acting out what I'm doing, right? Good. So I want you to act out what you want to be when you grow up. Good. It's a type of job that requires special training. So that means that you have to go to college and you have to get special training. Okay, so the last word is disappointed. I don't know if we can see it down there, so I'm going to just move it up a tad bit. We're going to put it right over here. Okay, disappointed. It's feeling sad because something didn't go the way you wanted it to. Okay, so sometimes in life we feel sad because there's something that we're doing that didn't go the way we wanted it to go. And that's okay. It happens. Not everything is going to go according to plan. However, when I think of disappointed, I want to have a sad look. You're sad because something didn't turn out the way you wanted. You thought you were going to get a new toy, but you didn't. Anything like that. It's something that sometimes is disappointing. So we get sad, right? Here we see a little girl hugging her mom and she's sad. She's disappointed. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull up the book. I want you guys to read this book with me. Where is it? Okay. Let me go grab it. Hold on. All right, guys. So here is the book. Let me share my screen with you guys. All right, here it goes. All right, here we go. All right, guys. So May Among the Stars. All right. So let's go ahead and start. All right, May Among the Stars. Now remember, this book was written by Rhoda Ahmed and illustrated by Stasia Burrington. So it is a fiction book, okay? But it is based on true story. Little May was a dreamer. They say that daydreamers never succeed, but little May was different. One day, May was working on an assignment for school about what she wanted to be when she grew up. What will you be? I want to go to space. This is Earth, May, her mother said. The flowers, the grass, and the forest, and the mountains. We live on Earth. I know, but I want to see Earth from There. That's an amazing plan, little May. Then you have to become an astronaut. That way you can see Earth from space. Astronaut, do you think I could be that? Let's find out. Of course you can. If you can dream it, if you believe it, if you work hard for it, anything is possible. May asked her mom to take her to the library. She searched for books about space and astronauts. There's the word astronauts. After dinner, May drew pictures of space and made her own astronaut costume out of an orange suit and cardboard boxes. Later, she asked Dad, but how do I become an astronaut? It seems impossible. You will find your way, May, because if you dream it, believe in it, and work hard for it, anything is possible. But space is so far away. It's closer than you think, little May, and you may get there sooner than you think. That night, May had a happy dream. She was dancing in space, surrounded by billions of sparkling stars. Below her, she could see Earth floating and turning like a shining crystal ball. The next morning, May told her parents about her dream. And every time she talked about it, she wanted to tell everyone. And every time she talked about it, in the classroom, Miss Bell told everyone to stand in a line on the rug. Today, we are going to share our dreams about the future. What do you want to be and what do you want to do when you grow up? Who wants to go first? I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a teacher, a football player. I want to be a mom. I want to go to space and be an astronaut. What a great dream. All the kids started laughing though. Miss Bell asked, May, are you sure you don't want to be a nurse? Nursing would be a good profession for someone like you. I don't want to be a nurse. I want to be an astronaut. May felt very disappointed on her way home from school. May was quiet. She looked out the car window and her world turned blue and cold. Nothing was the way it used to be. At home, May started crying. Miss Bell said I can't be an astronaut. What a silly thing to say, said her mother. She told me I should be a nurse instead, said May. Her mom wiped away her tears. My dear May, I hope you didn't believe her. Of course I believed her. She's my teacher. I'm sorry Miss Bell didn't encourage you, but she can't stop you. No one can stop you. Follow your dream, May, and go to space. Thank you, Mom. I promise when I get to space, I will wave to you and Dad from the spaceship. You must always, her mom took her hand and they started dancing. You must always repeat to yourself, if I can dream it, if I can believe in it, and if I work hard, I can do it. Okay? It's a perfect dream to have. May went on dreaming, believing, and working really hard. And guess what? She became an astronaut. The end. Awesome. All right, boys and girls. Now, that was a great book. I really like this book a lot because it talks about Mae Jemison. Now, let me go ahead and, oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Awesome. So now that we have read the book, we learned about our author and what is their job in this book. What was their job in this book? Good. Their job was to show us a story about Mae Jemison. Good. Very good. What was the problem in our story? Good. The problem in our story was that, good, Miss Bell told Mae that she should not be an astronaut, that she should be a nurse. But why did that make Mae so upset? Correct. Because Mae wanted to be an astronaut. And it's not fair that her teacher told her that it's not possible, that she needed to be a nurse instead. Remember, no one can tell you what you want to be when you grow up. Only you can decide for yourself. Okay? What happened at the beginning, middle, and end of this story? Correct. At the beginning of the story, we see May was so excited. She wanted to go to space. That is what she wants to do, and she had a big dream. Good. What happens in the middle of the story? Good. Her dream gets crushed because her teacher, Miss Bell, told her to become a nurse instead. What happens at the end? She dreamed that she would become an astronaut. Good. And did she do it? She sure did. She grew up and became an astronaut. Not only any astronaut, she became the first Black African American woman to go to space in 1992. So, very, very great story about a true dream, and that if you really believe in it, it can happen, boys and girls. So we learned about a couple of new words. Assignment. We learned about how May had to do this for an assignment. So she was doing her assignment in school, and they told her to think about what you want to be when you grow up. I know some of us already know what we want to be when we grow up. Okay. Astronaut. She wanted to become an astronaut. It's a profession of someone that goes and travels into outer space. Now, you need to study very, very hard if you want to go to space someday. So if you want to become an astronaut, it is a job. It's a profession. It's a type of job that requires special training. Okay, it is a job, and it requires a lot of hard work. Okay, so everyone put your space helmet on. 1, 2, 3, space helmet. Good job. A crystal ball. When did we use the word crystal ball in our story? Good. We used the word crystal ball when we heard about her being in space and looking down on the earth, and on earth she saw, in space, she saw earth as a crystal ball. It looked like a crystal ball. Okay, good. Now, the last word we heard was disappointed. When was May disappointed? Good. May was very disappointed when Miss Bell told her that she cannot be an astronaut, that she has to be a nurse. And she didn't like that. She felt really sad. So she felt sad because her dream was to become a astronaut, not a nurse. She wanted to become an astronaut. Later in life, we learned our video today that May did become an actual doctor. She never became a nurse. She became a doctor. She worked so hard to become a doctor. So because of that, we do know that she wanted to become a doctor. She was an engineer, and she went to space. But her biggest dream was to go to space. Did she do it? Yes. So if you believe it, if you dream it, and if you work hard for it, boys and girls, anything is possible. Just remember, you have to keep working for it. No matter what anyone tells you, you have to believe in yourself and know that anything is possible. You just have to dream it, believe it, work hard for it, and anything is possible. Okay? All right. So now what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to take a look at the following worksheet. I'm going to show it to you guys on here. So let's go ahead and put you back on my shared screen. There we go. All right. So I am going to share screens. Here we go. Here we go. Share. All right. So on this screen, it says illustrate what the teacher thought May should be when she grew up and what May became. So if we take a quick peek here on this screen, we actually see, oh, I'm sorry, not this one. We're doing vocabulary today. I'm so sorry. Okay, illustrate a crystal ball and someone who looks disappointed. So I want you to think about the two words that we learned today, crystal ball and someone who looks disappointed. Okay, so I want you to think about May when she was up in space and looked down at Earth and it looked like a crystal ball. Okay, a crystal ball, it's a glass ball. Okay, so make it look like a crystal ball. You can make it look like Earth, like May looked at it. And I want you to illustrate that. Make sure you write the word crystal ball for kinder in the box as well. That way I know that crystal ball is being represented in that box. Now for the next box down here, I want you to write the word disappointed. Disappointed. What is disappointed? Being sad because something didn't go the way you wanted it to be. Correct. So I want you to go ahead and illustrate both words for me. Kindergarten, do not forget to write the words as well in the boxes, okay? Awesome. All right, boys and girls, we are ready to get started. I will give you guys approximately 5 more minutes to do the activity and take a picture of it and send it to me on Seesaw. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you on Hangout.